that word in its widest possible sense. You know, my brother said to me years ago, he said, you know, Dave, what's it all about? He said, you're born, he said, and then you kind of get older, and then you die. I mean, what's it all about? I mean, what is it all about? We're born into this world, we go through these kind of situations of going older and doing this and doing that and doing the other, and then we get older, and loads of people in the world, vast numbers of people, it's a struggle and it's an effort and it's a daily grind, and am I going to survive another day? And then at the top there, oh, you know, what will God think of me? You know, I mean, it's a great line, isn't it? Hey, you might some travel agent on some other dimension. Hey, great vacation holiday, mate. What you do is you go into this dimension, you're born, you struggle all the way through it, lots of emotional upheaval, then you get older and your body starts to break down, and then some guy on a cloud decides if you're going to go and sit next to him, or if you're going to go to hell and stoke the fires forever. I mean, you think, yeah, I'll have 2 tickets, wouldn't you? What's it all about? I mean, there's got to be something else. If there isn't, I'm out of here, and I'm staying. So, we are struggling to understand the world because we don't have the coordinates, which I'll come to. And it's obviously a world with some major problems in terms of its operation and the way it's run. Doctors destroy health. Doctors destroy health because health is not about health, it is about wealth. It's the transnational drug corporations controlling the medical system, so the scalpel and the drug is the only response, overwhelmingly, to human dis-ease. And, you know, some of the side effects of these drugs, if you've ever been to America and listened to the drug adverts is one after another in America. They pay for American television, these things. And because of the law there, they tell you what the drug does, or supposed to, and then they have to reel off all the side effects. But they're not side effects, you see. That's another little con. Oh, these are the side effects of this drug. No, they're the effects, mate. Not side effects, the frickin' effects. And I was watching one, this is a true story, last year. I was watching one, and it was for a form of Viagra, right? And it said, it told you what it was going to do, treat erectile dysfunction or bloody something. And then he starts reeling off breathlessly, trying to keep the money down, all these side effects. And this is not kidding you. He said at the end, and if you have an erection for more than 4 hours, consult your doctor immediately. Said it. And I'm sitting there watching the telly, and I'm thinking, what's he going to do? I mean, excuse me, doctor, I've got this problem. What do you want me to do? The world's mad. God, I tell you what, if I had an erection for 4 hours, I wouldn't consult a doctor. I'd thank bloody God, me. 3 hours, 55 minutes, bigger than my bloody record already, I'll tell you. So Big Pharma runs the health industry, and it's not about health, and that's why doctors destroy knowledge. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Of course they do, especially those that represent the state. And I love this one. When the state takes you to law, the people taking you to law have their legal bills paid by the people. The people who are being taken to law have to pay their own as well as the others. And then when someone wants to take the government on for something the government's done, the government defends itself with the money through the lawyers paid for by the people, and the person taking the government on has to pay their own as well as that. Universities destroy knowledge, of course. The one thing you don't want, if you want to create a centralized dictatorship, is a thinking, sharp-minded, open-minded, aware population that can see through your crap. So you sell them from cradle to grave the belief system you want. You just program their minds to see the world the way that suits your agenda. All over the world, we must have education. Yes, let's try it. Let's have some education instead of indoctrination of a belief system. Governments destroy freedom. Of course they do. I mean, governments are not there. Let's get this sorted out. Governments are not there to serve the people. The people are there to serve the government and the forces that control the government. That's the relationship, and we need to understand that. You've got the dark suits who orchestrate, front up this political agenda for the Orwellian state, and they come from certain bloodlines, which I'll come to. And these people are such frontmen. You can have an idiot in power as President of the United States. It doesn't matter, because he ain't calling the shots. He's just signing the legislation into law. So much so that when he's doing press conferences, he's got this wire in his bloody ear telling him what to bloody say if he gets in trouble, which is most of the time. And this world is at the cutting edge of evolution. Mr. President, okay, that's good. Okay, now what we're going to do, Mr. President, we're going to have the big finish, the big Churchillian finish. Okay, go. Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we. Did you get that? Did you get that, Mr. President? True quote. And now we have the choice between three people who are all controlled by the same force. It's called democracy. Which front man or woman do you want? There you go, cross there. And these are the people who are fronting up the destruction of our freedom of expression. Then the media. The media are there to tell the people the version of life and events that suits the agenda. And those real journalists who don't will tell you how hard it is to get other kinds of information into the mainstream. And the worst kind of censorship is self-censorship, where you know it ain't worth crossing that line because A, you'll get yourself in trouble, and B, it won't get in the paper or on the news, so you edit yourself. That's going on all the time. Religions destroy spirituality. Get into this in the second half. All the religions come from basically the same source, and they're worshipping the same gods that the secret societies worship. And what my father used to call bricks and mortar religion is there to enslave the minds of the people and divide and rule the people, not to open people to the true infinite magnitude of who they are. You can't say that! Pope will go mad! Couldn't give a shit, mate. It's a mad, 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 mad world which is sold to us as sanity and rational. And it's held together by what my friend Mike Lambert, who's in the audience today, calls repeaters. People just repeat facts because they've heard them from someone else, and then it becomes conventional wisdom, conventional knowledge, and everyone believes it. As Oscar Wilde said, most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives are mimicry, their passions are quotation. And Mark Twain, I love this one, in religion and politics, people's beliefs and convictions are in almost every case gotten at second hand, without examination from authorities who have not themselves examined the questions at issue, but have taken them at second hand from other non-examiners whose opinions about them were not worth a brass farthing. There you have where the conventional knowledge, wisdom, this is how it is, mate, comes from. It's a war on the human mind and human perception, so we see the world and ourselves in ways that allow this conspiracy to go on. And also, society is structured to